In this video, I will share a very special announcement about my healing modality, the quantum freedom technique, my background story as a quantum healer and medicine woman, my initiation into the dark arts, my role as a quantum healer, what the quantum freedom technique is, a brief overview of what we clear, then why it's so important, and details at the end. Stay tuned till the end. You only have 1 week to act now to receive the early bird discount till November 1st. Hello, beautiful tribe. Thank you for those returning, and for anyone new, I am Shaundra Hyre, medicine woman of Tribu Church, my plant medicine church here in Miami. I am a quantum healer, founder of Tribu Spirit, an online shamanic shop providing healing medicines from indigenous tribes, and a teacher at Tribu Spirit Academy, guiding others upon the path of shamanism. My announcement: I am offering a one-time transmission of my healing method, the quantum freedom technique, on November 29th. It is a global transmission online with no replay. You must be present in order to receive this transmission. The live transmission is a massive discount from my one-to-one sessions where I offer this work, and I wanted to offer it in order to provide healing and help others clear lifetimes of energetic blocks from their field that really keep them in pain and suffering. All the links will be in the description below. So, my background story as a healer and medicine woman: I've been in service upon the path of shamanism for 16 years and quantum healing. And before I ever entered into the path of shamanism, I studied different healing modalities. Some you might be familiar with, some not. The basics like Reiki. I did the Barbara Brennan School of Light, Rahani, Adonai, and then other modalities that I've learned kind of begin into where I started in my path in shamanism. So I entered into shamanism through the oldest method, which is journeying through the drum, where you enter into altered states of consciousness through the drum to receive healing information, and you travel interdimensionally, retrieve information for healing, and then bring that back to the client. This is something I will be teaching. It's probably about a 1-year course. If you are interested, just sign up for the Tribu Spirit Academy email list. So I was always on a path of healing as a healer, and always really curious about different modalities. Then, once I began my path upon the medicine, things really changed. And that was my initiation into the dark arts. My initiation into the dark arts, as I like to call it, was a series of several years of being attacked by various different people. I would say the first really strongest one was a black magic attack from an indigenous person, where, thank God, I found my mentor and continued to work with him for several years, and I learned a lot. I've been interfacing with narcissistic relationships my whole life. I would say if anyone has had relationships with narcissistic individuals, this is definitely an initiation into the dark arts. For quite a few years, maybe 4, I had a very jealous woman who is false light in the healing community. She was acting as, someone who was just love, light, and butterflies. And that was actually not the case. Behind closed doors, she was paying someone, because she wasn't powerful enough, she was paying someone to put black magic on me for several years. And then I've had, since a young child, I've had really, really strange ET experiences that led me to gifted healers as well, that I also learned from. So, those are just a few short overviews of my initiation into the dark arts. And I say that because it is a very particular thing, learning how to clear, remove, and untangle, and also track these energies at the root. And that, you know, that leads me to my role as a quantum healer. Because I've been through the fires of initiation, and I have learned from all of these experiences, and have actually used it as my gift to empower myself. So, you know, this is something that is very particular for me. I don't find that it is, there is a legion of us, but it's not very common to find that people like me clear super, like the heaviest kinds of energies. And that is, I'm able to, because I've been through the fires of initiation, plus I have my background in healing, and I learned how these negative energies, how they attach, and how to find them in the energy field, how to clear them at the root, so that and to clear them so that they don't return again. And this is part of my method in the QFT. My clients come to me with the heaviest of issues, and I know that that's an energetic frequency, that because I've been through all of these things, I can pinpoint it, get to the root of it, because I've been like for a very, very, very long time since it started, and I continue to. That's my role as a quantum healer. I'm always tracking in the field what's happening. I have a lot of, actually, I would say I'm a healer's healer. I have a lot of healers and medicine space holders who come to me that have these energies. And I also have people from all walks of life. It is kind of, I find that in my one-to-one sessions, it is quite a very particular energy, where my clients have been interfacing with well, we'll just say Anunnaki energies, Nephilim energies, Luciferian, satanic, demonic attachments, bloodline curses, ancestral patterns held within the bloodline, vows, blood rituals, sacrifices, and agreements, killing. Yeah, that also kind of goes into killing, like mafia lineages of mafia, gangster, like drug dealers. These like the heaviest of energies. And also I can't forget not to talk about the ETs. If you are gifted and have extrasensory gifts, that you are a seer, a feeler, a healer, you are in service, you will probably have a lot of trackers and implants in your fields from ETs. I want to just share that, because this is part of my experience, and it was impacting my life since I was a child. And actually, when I got to the very, very root of it, many other lifetimes. And so I want you to know that if you've had strange ET experiences, if you've been abducted, have had actual like physical things in your body after weird ET experiences or being abducted, if you've been attacked in your dreams, you've had sleep paralysis, this is also a very for sure sign. You definitely need the QFT. Most cases I find that it's ETs that are doing that, and you also have a space to come and get these energies cleared and removed, because this is actually part of a very much larger, much more ancient story of the history of humanity, that goes into being a genetic experiment from races like the Anunnaki and the Nephilim. We are really in like Star Wars, and we've been in a massive galactic war on our consciousness. And these beings that I find in the field, what they want to do is to feed off of your God spark. And this is also why it's incredibly important to clear these energies, because they feed and drain on your life force. What the quantum freedom technique is a very deep multidimensional clearing where we remove the heaviest and darkest of energies. I won't get into all of them because there are 25. There's a lot, and that will be left for when people would like to learn this modality and do this for others. I will be teaching this method down the road, but that education and that story and that history will be left for them. So we clear first. The first step is that we create an alignment to straight to source consciousness. Then we clear 25 different types of energies, entities, and interferences that keep you tape looping in pain and suffering. And these energies, they all act various different ways, but their main goal is to either feed off of your light, which then dims your light, and it makes your energetic body, because you have multidimensional energetic bodies, and your physical reality is affected by what happens in the energy field. The energy field is actually the most important. When you clear things in the energy field, then your physical reality, because it's quantum, acts as though it hasn't been there anymore. And that's what happens. That's why this method is so profound and life-changing. Because when we clear it, patterns of limiting self-doubts, things in the mind where you feel stuck and you just can't move beyond these tape looping, things that have held you in pain and suffering. Also, things like not being able to attract abundance or relationships. These all really live much deeper in the energetic layers of your energy field. So after we clear all of these 25 energies, we do a vow break so that for you and all of your ancestors and multidimensional timelines, so that this never happens again. Then we do a very in-depth multidimensional clearing. It's super, super deep. This is the part where you have to bring your homework and you write down your list of all the people and situations that you wish to be cleared from, and there's a moment where you can speak it. Then we do the closing procedure, which is we seal all portals, fill your field with light, so that any holes that are left in your auric field get sealed with light, and we do a soul retrieval process. Then it is really, I can't express this enough, because I have actually had clients who've done this method with me and then not used the energy integration tools that I recommend to purchase after this. It is absolutely essential. And then they end up manifesting a situation where, like we just did all of this work. They invested all of, it's not cheap to work with me on a one-on-one. They invested all this energy, time, resources, and then they didn't go and purchase the energetic tools toolkit. And then they, almost like days after, they attracted a situation where they got attacked, or like their vibration got hit again. It is incredibly important, I can't stress it enough, to, if you're going to do this one-on-one with me or in the live transmission, that you absolutely purchase the integration energy tools toolkit, because it has the energy exercises that I do in there. I recorded them. The whole library, it's so what the energy integration toolkit is access to the Tribal Spirit Academy library, where I've recorded lots of meditations and energy exercises. Those energy exercises are what you need to do. Every day, be clearing your field and shielding your field from outside interferences, because if your energy field is not strong enough, those outside influences will either take a hit, and then you just start collecting all of these things, and then your field weakens, which then makes your physical reality a lot more challenging to deal with, or things will then start to attach onto your energy field. So it's important that you do those exercises after we have done the live transmission, or if you work one-to-one with me. Yeah, so why it's so important is because of that. Because every day, even though you might not see what is happening energetically or feel what's happening energetically, there are a lot of things happening in the etheric and multidimensional fields. And I can assure you that if you've not had a deep multidimensional clearing like this, you will have either the majority of what we clear or some. And yeah, I have to say this because it's important. If you don't know how to hold space properly and you are working with plant medicines, you've not been initiated, you don't really know how to hold a strong container or a field, and on top of it that you have these energetic interferences and attachments, you across the board for certain are opening up portals and inviting dark energies in. Yeah, I see this a lot with mushrooms. Like, everybody thinks, and it's the same thing with Ape. Even though, sure, you could probably do mushrooms and, you know, like, have a good experience. But there are also several people, some of my clients, that because mushrooms are so available, they think, oh, I can just do mushrooms and I'll be okay. And then you're opening up this giant portal, and then it's inviting energies in. If your energy is already compromised, that's a field day. Even also, this is one reason why it's important. And even in medicine spaces that you think are being held properly, where someone is a maestro, I've learned this several times from various different maestros that I've worked with, and sat in other people's medicine spaces. Most people have not done the inner work, and who are holding spaces and even know about energies. Like, it's mind-blowing to me that people actually hold space with medicine and know nothing about energy. For me, that should be absolutely number one, and this is why I'm giving this as a live transmission. I'm giving people an opportunity, because then I'm going to be teaching this method, and people want to learn how to work with sacred medicines from me. But there absolutely has to be, this is absolutely number one. You have to know how to do this stuff if you're gonna hold space. And if you don't, you're just collecting all of these energies, entities, attachments, experiences that like just keep you in tape loops and keep you stuck down. That was bad English. Sorry. Even in the highest intention of people who are holding space, these things happen. So let's clear you of lifetimes of interferences, attachments, vows, agreements on the live transmission November 29th. It will be on Zoom. There will be no replay. This is a live transmission. You must be present in order to receive this. You only have 1 week to act now. After November 1st, tickets will be more expensive. So the early bird discount expires November 1st. More information is in the link in the description. And if you would like to have a one-on-one with me, those are done on Zoom, or if you are in Miami, I do them in person. And that is an opportunity where I will have a time to share where I'm tracking in your field and I'm telling you exactly what you have. And then if you want, we go deeper into, it's really not important to get all involved in the drama of the story. Doesn't matter. A lot of times I really channel what is like on a soul level, because that's how deep I'm tracing it back. is to understand, especially with the ET stuff, because it's part of our human history. I track where you are from and why these kinds of energies have been interfacing with you. And that's also, you know, time and opportunity for you to ask questions. So it is, you know, it's a much deeper experience one-on-one with me, and it doesn't matter really if you're in person or on Zoom. Quantum is quantum, which is why I feel like I was drawn to shamanism in the first place, is because shamanism is quantum. So I look forward to seeing you all on the live transmission November 29th. It's also a little celebration for my birthday and a gift to give back to everyone. So I look forward to seeing you then.